Richard is out here to play a percussion instrument known as the handpan.
I feel like the most beautiful place to engage with an instrument is in the natural world.
You may be wondering, what's a handpan, right?
A handpan is the evolution of something called a hong, which was made in Bern, Switzerland, around the year 2000. And the people that created them were steel drum tuners. So you can think of a handpan as two halves of a steel drum glued together. And instead of being played with mallets like the steel drum, it's played with your hands.
In just 2 decades, these UFO-like instruments and a similar one there on the right, known as the Ravast, have become more and more popular.
Went from 10 makers around 2010 to 400 plus makers now across the world.
Which brings us to Milford, home to a quaint downtown, an annual pumpkin fest, and yes, a guy who became obsessed with handpans.
Thank you, New Hampshire, for joining me in the Mountain Man Handpan Hammer Garage.
Michael Lindskog's full-time job is making handpans here at his home shop.
Are there a lot of people making these things in the U.S.?
More people have been to space than build these things.
He started his company, Mountain Man Handpan, after buying one about 6 years ago.
After I had my handpan in 2017, I drove to the summit of Mount Washington, and while I was up there playing my newly acquired handpan, I decided to take the plunge. I'm going to try to build these things.
He got so good at it, he made it into the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen. Using special steel shells, Michael hammers out each piece to create the right sound, and then presses custom-size indents that will help make the tones. It takes about 30 to 60 hours to make each instrument, which also go through more hammering to get them tuned, because each area is supposed to create a specific tone.
We have octave tone fields, and then octave overtones. So
When people see this thing, what reactions do you get?
I see UFO. Is that a turtle shell? Is that a walk? Is that a grill?
Mountain Man handpans are shipped all over the Northeast, capitalizing on a growing trend. Musicians like Richard Hilson are playing regular handpan concerts, and he's now recording his third handpan album, this time in outdoor spaces all over the country.
So I'm capturing the sound of that wild space along with the beautiful sound of the handpan.
He also teaches classes in person and online. One of the appeals of the handpan, it's easy to learn. In just minutes, I was flicking my thumbs like a champ. These relaxing tones are popular in places like yoga studios, but that might be just the beginning.
I think we're on the crest of a wave that's about to break.
Michael would love to see them blended into other forms of popular music, maybe an orchestra or even a rock band. The handpan just needs a hand.
So if someone popular gets a handpan, everyone's going to want a handpan.
slippery elm.
But first, come on over and meet Elizabeth Pierce. She has a death's head, so it's a winged skull. She's 42.